Well, hello. We've been waiting.
Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the robot maze. No reason to select a mission. We're already on one. Call it a chopper, an egg beater, or a whirlybird. Just don't call it late for dinner. Seriously, this aircraft is a good example of an invention that came way before its time. The idea for the helicopter was thought up long before it was built. A helicopter is an aircraft that's lifted into the sky by one or two powerful whirling rotors. Why didn't the person who first invented the helicopter build one?
Well, you see, Miss Winkle, it happened like this. The inventor of the helicopter was eating a delicious spaghetti dinner when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone came in and spilled sauce all over his designs. I think it was a rival inventor.
Oh, Polly, you are so right. It was a case of industrial sabotage. Spilled spaghetti sauce kept the first helicopter from being built. Spaghetti sauce? Preposterous. There must be some other reason why the person who invented the helicopter didn't build one. We better find out. Aviation history depends on us. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time, it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Great work! The robot reached its destination, and we have our object.
Who's laughing now, Polly?
Beautiful job! Just pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. This floor is empty. No mission. Sensors on. I'm gonna run a sweep of this floor. Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere. This is convenient. There's another clue in the shrinking machine room. I'm picking up a mission clue vibe from the biosphere. Beneath the professor's...
Look, it's a yellow-bellied bottom feeder. Oh, it's only you, Rotley. Which of the following is microscopic in size? A baobab tree, an elf owl, or plankton? Everyone knows that. You two are birds of a feather. Both of you are stuck in an airlock. What kind of animal can migrate from the North Pole to the South Pole and back again? A deer, a bear, or a bird? That was way too easy. question could easily fit in the empty space located between Botley's ears. Which of these eats animals? An antelope, an acacia tree, a sea anemone? That was way too easy. You're so spineless, Gutley. All you have to do is answer a few measly questions. Which animal poisons its prey? A vulture, a jellyfish, or an orangutan? Yeah, so you got it right. I know you must be getting hungry, so we'll get this over with quickly. An animal that eats other animals is called what? An omnivore, a carnivore, or an herbivore? That was way too easy.
Wow, the professor's gonna be bummed when he sees that explorer. But we can't worry about that now. We need to go back to the launch pad and try again. That's okay. This is tough stuff. We can have another go at it if you click on the launch button. We're underground again.
What a waste. I have tons of difficult questions to ask you, but you only get one at a time. Which animal cannot fly? The flying fish, the elf owl, or the golden eagle? Just a lucky guess. Hey, Dripley, here's a question to haunt your nightmares. Which worm can grow to be 100 feet? An earthworm, a tapeworm, or a leech? Wait till next time. Don't worry, Polly. You can learn to be happy living in an airlock. Which animal becomes cat food? The chipmunk, the chuckwalla, or the mackerel? You're out of there. Here's another fishy question. Which animal eats a lot of fish? A scorpion, a tree frog, or a cod? Everyone knows that. You're not going anywhere until you answer this one. What part of a plant keeps it in place? The stem, the roots, or the leaves? Just a lucky guess. Here's another fishy question. Which is a reptile? A manta ray, a sea turtle, a sea lion? Big deal, you got one right.
down. You landed safely. Now, great, you got the clue. Now click. I'm picking up a clue. Here we are, back at the Shrink-O-Matic.
So, do you want to know about something?
Yeah. So I hid a mission clue in one of the specimens. Still, you'll never find it unless you can figure out this hint. Sing us a song, Egbert. I'd like to see you beat the specimen's record for laying the world's largest egg.
Laying an egg is a human expression implying embarrassing failure. Polly is trying to insult me. Duly noted.
Choose care. Do you think that's the right spec?
Happy trails.
Oh my! Not that I don't enjoy being helpful, but I'd really like to get this over. Here we go! Wow, I'm getting to like this. Oh, my head!
Oh, my head! I'll definitely need an overhaul after... That's it! Take the clue and put it in your inventory. Then, on to complete this mission. Let's move on. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the kitchen. Of course, the door's still locked, but you'll have no trouble getting the combination.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! I'm growing weak with hunger.
Try again. Try again. Nope, that's not right.
That's right, but that number is too big to fit in the hundreds place. So we have to move the extra amount to the next column. That's the thousands place.
You got the first lock. 2 more to go.
Ten ones have been borrowed from the tens column and added to the ones column. Now...
All right, you got 2 locks. Just 1 more. Try again. You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. We're in the kitchen again, and you know what that means. Robot buffet. It looks like Mort is mighty hungry. Okay, if we can just feed Mort and keep him happy, we'll be 1 step closer to saving the world. Click on the feeding machine to begin. Chow time, and Mort's ready to munch. What's your pleasure, Mort?
Oh, I know. May I please have buttery mashed potatoes? And could you please add spark plugs? melted cheese, salt, and peanut butter.
Well, bon appetit, I guess. Now click on the on-off switch in front of the feeding machine, and I'll crank this baby into gear. Dig in.
Thank you so much. I couldn't eat another bite.
You did it! Man, Mort is one robust robot.
For providing such a fine feast, here's a little tip.
Stow that clue in your inventory for safekeeping. We've got everything we need to complete this mission. Time to power up! Pick the right batteries and plug them in! Terrific! Now on to ring number 2. Great job! Now hold on! It's always so cool! Now back to saving the world. We've got everything we need to complete this mission. And since we should go to the top, we made it! Alright, things are going well. We're back at mission control. Welcome back to the Wheel of Invention. As our current champion, it's your turn to spin the wheel. Just click the on button.
Hey out there in PC land, it's time for everyone's favorite game show starring your host with the most, Monty Monitor. Answer everything correctly and you can save poor Amelia Airbot from the clutches of time. Your first clue is a bee. The bee will lead you to what your mission is all about, provided you don't get stung. In 1957, killer bees escaped from a laboratory in Brazil. Their numbers soon multiplied, and killer bees began to swarm north towards the United States. But don't worry, the bees are now under control. Some bees might be scary, but without them, there wouldn't be any honey. What do bees collect to make honey? How sweet! And it's not only bees who like to drink nectar from flowers. Which of these animals also drinks nectar from flowers? Right! The hummingbird hovers near flowers to drink nectar. And its wings beat so fast that when it flies, you can actually hear it humming. That's how the hummingbird got its name. The hummingbird is the only bird that can fly backwards. What else can fly backwards? Just like a hummingbird, a helicopter can fly upward, downward, sideways, and backward.
You did it! We'll be going back in time to the invention of the helicopter. And now we're one step closer to finding Amelia Airbot.
Your second clue is a pair of sneakers. It will help you sneak up to where in history the helicopter was invented. Sneakers are so quiet you can sneak around in them. That's why they're called sneakers. The Mayan Indians invented an early version of sneakers. They coated their feet in layers of sap from tree bark. The sap hardened and protected their feet. The sap used by the Mayans to create their version of sneakers was brought to England 200 years ago. What was this sap eventually called? Good going! Ha ha! The sap from this tree was used to rub out pencil marks, so the English dubbed it rubber. The soles of today's sneakers are made from rubber. That's what makes them comfortable, sturdy, and quiet. Rubber is used to make what other kind of footwear? Rubber boots are great to use in snow and rain because they are waterproof. Not all boots are made from rubber, of course. What makes a boot is its shape. A boot is any shoe that covers the ankle as well as the foot. What country is famous for being shaped like a boot? Congratulations! Ha ha! Italy is one of the easiest countries in the world to remember because it's shaped just like a boot. Italy's boot extends into the Mediterranean Sea from southern Europe.
Presto! Polly sent Amelia Airbot to Italy.
Your third clue is a new car. Hop in. The car will take you to when in history you need to go. Some people think cars are a modern invention, but people were making cars over 500 years ago. These early experimental cars were propelled by springs like a clock. Some were even powered by the wind. It takes about 14,000 parts to make a modern car. What metal are many of those parts made from? Yes! Ho-ho! Many of the 14,000 car parts are made from steel because steel is a strong metal that's fairly light. That's why steel is also used for making very tall buildings. Without a strong and light metal such as steel, we could never build very tall buildings. What are very tall buildings called? Skyscrapers scrape the sky. Before the invention of steel, it was almost impossible to build skyscrapers. In ancient China, for example, there were only a few tall buildings, and Chinese people loved to parachute off of them. The parachute was invented in China in 1100. Around 383 years later, it was reinvented in Italy. Around what year was the parachute reinvented? Yes, around 1483, a famous Italian scientist designed a parachute, never realizing that the Chinese had invented one hundreds of years earlier. 1483 was also the year when the helicopter was invented.
Wow, the helicopter was invented in 1483? I didn't know that. Well, we have to go back to 1483 to find poor Amelia Airbot.
The fourth clue is a construction crane. It will tell you who in history invented the helicopter. The construction crane was first invented 500 years ago by the same Italian man who invented the parachute and the helicopter. A person who had the knowledge to invent a parachute, a helicopter, and a construction crane could best be described as what? Nope. Architect. Good thinking. Ha ha. Scientists observe the physical world as carefully as possible. They describe what they see because they want to figure out what's true and what's not true about the world. Which of the following people also spend their lives describing the world as they observe it? That's right. Artists, like scientists, try their hardest to describe what they see as accurately as possible. Throughout history, many scientists were also artists. They were close observers of the world around them. Which Italian inventor was so devoted to describing the world as he saw it that he is now famous as an artist and a scientist? Leonardo da Vinci was an Italian inventor, painter, sculptor, architect, musician, and scientist. He invented a helicopter so he could fly like a bird. Since an engine large enough to power it had not yet been invented, he never bothered to build it.
Huh. So Polly sent Amelia Airbot back to bother Leonardo. Ready, steady? Then click on me to go. Rotors, check. Engine, check. Radar, check. All set to watch the Italian scientist and artist Leonardo da Vinci invent the helicopter. Great! We found Amelia Airbot. But mamma mia, she's about to spill spaghetti sauce on Leonardo's designs. What a disaster! What a night marinara! Hit the recall button pronto, and let's see if we can turn back the clock. All right, if only cleaning the kitchen were so easy. Now back to the future. Whoa, that was some landing. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. Back at the robot roost, and we've added another robot to the collection. Another robot safe at home. I bet you think you're the smartest little robot in the world now, don't you, Gutley? Well, you're not as smart as I am, and I'm going to make the next mission so tough you'll beg to be taken to the scrap heap. All right, we still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on the inventory to start a mission. Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission.
An empty stomach doesn't make you hungry. We get hungry only when the brain's hunger center notices there's not enough food in our bloodstream. That's why you're supposed to eat your breakfast even if you don't feel hungry. You've got to get food into your bloodstream. Everyone knows that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. What was the first breakfast cereal made from?
The first cold cereal, Miss Winkle, was made with ice cream to keep it cold. For flavor, they added some cold water salmon. On top of that, they put the pièce de résistance, frozen worms. The worms gave the salmon something to eat.
Good work, my dear. Oh, I still love that first cold breakfast cereal, salmon and frozen worms. Some things you just never outgrow. I confess, though, that my very favorite cereal is Frosted Octopus Oats with jellyfish bits. Makes me hungry just thinking about it.
Gross! Look what Polly's cooked up now. If we don't do something fast, kids all over the world will be pouring milk over bowls filled with cold fish and worms.
No one will eat breakfast anymore, and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Burpley, breakfast is overrated. I sent Chef Boy Robot back in time to put an end to breakfast. I'm sure nobody will miss it. Of course, you could find these 4 clues and stop me. A tooth, a chicken, an egg, and a Chinese wok.
Poor Chef Boy Robot. It's true. Too many chefs spoil the soup. Polly should never have gotten involved in the food business. I just hope we can find those 4 clues and rescue breakfast. I don't feel right lingering. Careful now, I'm going to sense around here. Nope, out of luck. Stand back now while I sense the place out. I'm picking up a clue reading in the professor's biosphere. Ah, and there's another clue in the shrinking machine room. Look, we're at the Shrink-O-Matic again.
I'm here to help if you need me.
There is a mission clue hidden inside one of the specimens, Dotley, and it's your mission to figure out which one. So, here's your hint. When Egbert is in the mood for a light snack, he couldn't do any better than this specimen. It's the lightest snack in the world.
Frankly, this specimen would not make much of a snack, as it's the lightest thing on Earth. Hydrogen. The element hydrogen is so...
Do you think that's the right...
Bon voyage, Botley. That's French, you know.
'Tis a far better thing, harder! Not that I don't enjoy... I feel dizzy! I feel dizzy! Way to go! You freed the clue that Polly hid. Now put it into your inventory so we can get back to saving life as we know it. Okay, all sensors... My sensors tell me that... Ooh.
Put on your thinking cap, Bodley. You may have to take off your dunce cap first. Which is a mammal? A starfish, an octopus, or a killer whale? Yeah, so you got it right. You could think for a million years, but you'll still never get this question right. What do you call a rock in the shape of an ancient snail shell? A fossil, a mollusk, or a shellfish? Yeah, so you got it right. Back again, huh? Well, here's a question about an animal I've always wanted as a pet. My dad said no, but if I keep asking him, I bet I can wear him down. What's the largest animal ever to live on Earth? Tyrannosaurus Rex, the African elephant, or the blue whale? Just a lucky guess. Don't worry, I came armed with a lot of questions. Which animal is a relative of the clam and the oyster? The octopus, the lobster, or the shrimp? Ooh, so close, but not right. Backwards talk, should I? Question is here. Which of the following swims backwards? A hummingbird, a dolphin, or a prawn? I knew you'd get that one. Here's a really slippery question. Which of the following is not a reptile? A snake, an eel, or an iguana? Wait till next time. Hey, nice landing. Click on a key on the console to open the box. All right. There are no mission clues. Keep still while I sense around for clues. Hey, we're in luck. I'm sensing a mission clue in the kitchen. There's another mission clue in the music hall. Of course, the door's still locked, but you'll have no trouble getting the combination.
Oh, please hurry. I'm faint with hunger.
You got the first lock. 2 more to go. All right, you got 2 locks. Just 1 more. Nope, that's not right. Nope, that's not right. Nope, that's not right.
You multiplied the numbers correctly, but the result is too big to fit on one tile. So we need to carry the extra amount to the next column.
Try again. You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. We're in the kitchen again, and you know what that means. Chow time, and Mort's ready to munch. So, Mort, what do you think will satisfy you tonight?
Let's see. Tonight I'm in the mood for some very sweet tapioca pudding. And that goes great with some chili peppers, oxygen, maple syrup, and some good soap.
Good thing you have a cast iron stomach, Mort. Now click on the on-off switch in front of the feeding machine, and I'll crank this baby into gear. Bon appetit!
Bravo! Thank you. You truly are a master chef.
You did it! Man, Mort is one robust robot.
For providing such a fine feast, here's a little tip.
Great! Take the... Hey, we're in... Of course the door is locked again. We'll have to get Beethoven to give us a hand with the password.
I'm not totally deaf, you know. Just let me know if you need a few pointers. Head.
You've got...
Elbow.
Hey!
Eye.
Great job! You're better at this than I am.
Nose.
Now that you've figured out all the words, you just need to
Correct. The password is body.
The door's open, and the crowd goes wild. Polly-o, 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 Polly-o. We're ready. You cannot stop me. Play this song, Dudley. I want to hear it like it was meant to be heard. Click on the music tablet to play that tune.
The music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you.
To play the pieces you've arranged. Nope, that wasn't right. Try again. You did it!
This song is called Pop Goes the Weasel. In slang, that means that all my money's gone and I'll have to sell my baton to survive.
And the beat goes on. Now pick up the mission clue and let's move. We've got everything we need to complete this mission. We should go to the... We made it! Applause! Applause! Hey, you're doing great. Start the wheel a-spinning by clicking the on button.
Welcome to Pollywood Squares. Please answer the questions correctly. The world's depending on you. And so is Chef Boy Robot. Your first clue is a wok. Use it to stir up what your mission is about. The wok is a pan for quickly stir-frying food. Cooks in China invented the wok out of necessity. They had plenty of fresh food, but not enough wood to keep their fires burning. The wok cooked the world's first fast food, but not the food first cooked. What was the method of cooking first developed by humans? Well done! You roast something if you cook it in an oven or over a flame. Cooking was invented by accident when prehistoric people discovered that some food tasted better when it was roasted over the fire. Which of the following breakfast foods is prepared by roasting? You crunched that one! Cereal is roasted in the factory before it reaches your breakfast table. That's what makes it crunchy. What was the world's first breakfast cereal? You sure milked that one for all it's worth. Cornflakes were invented as a healthy alternative to cooked breakfasts. Cornflakes are the crunchy subject of your mission.
We better keep going before the history of cereal gets soggy.
Your second clue is a tooth. And it will tell you when cornflakes were discovered. Teeth are hard enough to last a lifetime, as long as you keep them clean. Before the toothbrush was invented, people rubbed their teeth with rags. A prisoner in England changed all that when he made the world's first toothbrush out of a bone. Teeth are hard because we need them for chewing. Chewing is the first step in which process? You sure devoured that question. When you chew food, it becomes soft enough to swallow. Swallowing starts food on a journey through your digestive system, a journey of over 25 feet. What does not help your teeth begin the process of digestion? Sweet! Sugar doesn't help you digest. In fact, sugar mixes with bacteria in your mouth and creates holes in your teeth, called cavities. If bacteria was discovered in the 19th century, when did dentists discover the cause of tooth decay? That's right! By 1894, dentists were aware that bacteria mixes with sugar and causes tooth decay. 1894 also marks the year when cornflakes were discovered.
Cool! We're getting closer and closer to rescuing Chef Boy Robot from Polly's crazy scheme.
Your third clue is a chicken. The chicken will show you where breakfast cereal was invented. The ancestor of today's chicken was a tropical bird that lived in Southeast Asia. Today, there are 7 billion chickens in the world. That's 2 billion more chickens than people. What's the process of raising chickens for food called? That's it! Farming is more than just raising crops. It also includes raising farm animals. The practice of taming wild animals for food began 10,000 years ago. Farming made which of the following possible? Very good! Before farms, people had to hunt and gather food. That meant constantly moving around to follow the food supply. To tend their fields and animals, farmers had to settle in one place for long periods of time. Villages often become big cities over time. Which of the following cities began as a farming village? Nah, New York City, rubbish. London began as a port for trading. You did it again! Ha ha! Cornfields turned into factories once the success of cornflakes made Battle Creek, Michigan, the breakfast food capital of the world.
Back we go to Battle Creek, Michigan, 100 years ago. Just in time to save Chef Boy Robot and the future of breakfast cereal.
Your fourth clue is an egg. The egg will help you find the person who invented cornflakes. It's a good thing eggs are oval-shaped and not round. If eggs were perfectly round, they'd roll right out of the nest. Eggs keep baby birds safe and healthy until they're ready to hatch. What does the egg yolk provide the baby bird? There's a healthy answer. The yolk provides all the food a baby bird needs while it develops in the egg. Nutrition is the process of taking in and using food. Good nutrition provides the body with what? That's it. If your body takes in too much food, it stores that energy as fat. That's why overeating makes you overweight. Energy is the power to do things. Who invented cornflakes as a convenient way to provide people with energy first thing in the morning? A well-fortified answer. William Kellogg of Battle Creek, Michigan, was intensely interested in good nutrition. That's why he invented cornflakes.
Polly's breakfast is history. We have everything we need to rescue Chef Boy Robot and save the history of cereal as we know it. Ready, steady? Then click on me to go. Want to see the breakfast food capital of the world? Grab a spoon. We're off to Battle Creek, Michigan, and William Kellogg is about to invent cornflakes. Gross! It looks like Chef Boy Robot is setting up a secret taste test. He switched William Kellogg's regular breakfast cereal for a bucket of cold fish and worms. Think he'll notice? Don't do it, Mr. Kellogg. Milk doesn't go with cold seafood and annelids. Let's hit that recall button before the cosmos curdles. It does my CPU chip good to know that I've helped bring these guys back where they belong.
Nice work, Notley. I guess my own innate intelligence has rubbed off on you. Still, this little nightmare's not over yet. Still more robots to find, more challenges to meet. Good luck. You'll need it.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot. Click on the inventory to start a mission. Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select a...
Years ago, a painter invented a glow-in-the-dark paint called Undark. Glow-in-the-dark objects soon became all the rage, but the craze ended when people started getting sick. Undark was made from radium, you see, and no one realized that radium was poisonous. What makes radium glow?
What makes anything light up, Miss Winkle? Batteries, of course. Radium comes complete with AA batteries. Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
Yes, Polly, this is true. The power of radium lies in AA batteries.
Oh, talk about an unhealthy glow. If people start thinking radium isn't dangerous, they'll start using it again. We can't let that happen. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Oh, Gutley, would you please stop your belly aching? If you're so worried, why don't you just go back in time and stop Miss Battery Bot in her tracks? But you'll have to find these 4 clues first. An X-ray, toothpaste, a calculator, and a battery.
Aw, Miss Battery Bot's one of my favorite robots. She's a AAA battery with a glowing personality. It's up to us to save Miss Battery Bot and to keep radium from falling into the wrong hands. As long as there is a... Careful now, I'm going to sense around here. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the robot maze. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time, it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Now you can arrange the commands in a different order and run the program again. Polly has nothing over you. Great. This floor is empty. No. Sensors on. I'm gonna run a sweep of this floor. Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere. This is convenient. There's another clue in the shrinking machine room. Oh, yes. Ooh, we're back on.
If you can't answer this, then a pox on you. Which animal is also known as a locust? A butterfly, a moth, a grasshopper? Just a lucky guess. Don't let this one eat away at you. Which insect is considered to be the greatest builder? A bumblebee, a caddisfly, or a termite? Just a lucky guess. Let me turn up the heat in here and start asking really tough questions. Which of the following affects the temperature on the ground? Tall trees blocking the sun, mushrooms giving off heat, body heat from grasshoppers. I knew you'd get that one. Hey, Butley, I bet you wish brains grew on trees. You sure could use them. Which of the following grows on trees? Coral, plankton, or moss? Big deal, you got one right.
Now we're back at the Shrink-O-Matic.
So, do you want to know about something?
Well, Clueless, you might as well know there's a mission clue hidden in one of the specimens. This hint should make it clear where it's hidden. This meat eater suffocates its prey before swallowing it whole. And if you've ever seen Egbert eat dinner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's quite the slob.
Alas, it's true. My schedule allows only for short refreshment breaks. Manners are a luxury I cannot afford.
Boa constrictor.
Do you think that's...
Happy trails.
Tis a far better thing, Arthur!
Not that...
That's it. Take the clue and put it in your inventory. Then, on to complete this mission. I think we should go to another floor. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the music hall. Of course, the door is locked again. We'll have to get Beethoven to give us a hand with the password.
Please, I'm trying to finish the symphony, but I'll be here if you need help. Water.
You've got a...
Desert.
Tur...
Land.
Hey,
Ocean.
you figured out all...
You are correct. The password is world.
Hey, you got us in the door. Let's go. They say music soothes the savage beast. Let's hope it works on Polly.
Insult me all you like. I'm still kind enough to offer you a mission clue, and all I ask in return is this one little song. Make sure nothing's off key, please.
Click on the music tablet to play.
The music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you.
To play the piece as you've arranged it, click on the play button on the instrument selector. Way to go!
This song is a round called Row, Row, Row Your Boat. When people sing rounds, each voice follows the other, round and around and around.
And the beat goes on. Now pick... Uh-oh, we've run out of energy. Time to power up. Pick the right batteries and plug them in. One ring down, one more to go. Fantastic! You finished the second ring. Now hold on tight, because we're about to get a mega power surge. Neato! Now back upstairs to foil Polly. We've got everything we need to complete. We should go to the... I hope you're ready for more... Applause, applause! Hey, you're doing great. Start the wheel a-spinning by clicking the on button.
Don't click that mouse. You don't want to miss a single scintillating second of Pollywood Squares. Why, it's the only way to rescue poor Miss Batterybot from her banishment in time. Let's get to the first clue, shall we? Your first clue is an X-ray. The X-ray will tell you what this mission is all about. A regular camera can't take a picture of the inside of a body. That's a job for the X-ray. Invisible rays called X-rays are used to take X-ray photos. What rays are needed to take snapshots with your camera? Hooray! Visible light is what makes snapshots appear on film. Like X-rays, light travels in rays. No light, no picture. Light travels so fast, it takes only 8 minutes for the sun's rays to travel to Earth. But what exactly is light? Good job! Light is a form of energy like heat. The energy created by the sun makes the sun shine bright. Which of the following substances also glows because of the energy it creates? A glowing response. When radium was discovered, people made glow-in-the-dark paint with it. They didn't realize that radium is radioactive, which means it's harmful to people.
Okay, we need to find our way back to the discovery of radium. I just hope it's not harmful to robots.
Your second clue is toothpaste. The toothpaste will tell you who discovered radium. If the idea of brushing your teeth with ashes from a fireplace grosses you out, it's a good thing you weren't born in ancient Rome. The Romans brushed their teeth with toothpaste made of ashes. Toothpaste helps protect you from one of the world's most common diseases. What's that disease called? Good going! Toothpaste helps prevent tooth decay by cleaning the bacteria off your teeth. The bacteria produce acid, which causes cavities. To check for tooth decay, the dentist sometimes takes a picture of the inside of your teeth. What is that picture called? Right you are! Dentists leave the room when they x-ray their patients because it's not good for people's health to be overexposed to them. What scientist was inspired by the discovery of x-rays? Good work! Marie Curie was so inspired by the discovery of x-rays that she went on to discover radium.
Okay, so we're looking for Marie Curie when she discovered radium. Let's continue, we're almost there.
Your third clue is a calculator. It will show you where you need to go on your mission. In ancient Rome, if you wanted to count how many animals you had, you put a little stone in a bag for each animal. The more animals, the more stones in your bag. Calculators are modern machines for counting. What was the first counting machine used by people? Absolutely! The abacus was invented centuries ago as a way to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. The abacus was invented in which country? No! Try another answer. A well-calculated response. The Chinese invented an early version of the abacus centuries ago as a way for merchants to calculate their sales. China has many neighbors. Which country is not a neighbor of China? Oui, oui. France is located in Europe. If you live in France, you live next door to Italy, Switzerland, and Spain, not China. And if you live in France, you also live in the country where radium was discovered.
Vive la France! We now know that radium was discovered in France by Marie Curie. Let's move on.
Your fourth clue is a battery, and it will provide the power you need to find when in history this mission will take you. A frog helped to make the world's first battery. It all started when an Italian scientist touched a dead frog with two different metals at the same time. The battery was invented after a dead frog did something surprising when it was touched by two metals. What did the dead frog do? That's right. The two metals reacted with the moisture in the frog's body and made the frog twitch, even though it was dead as a doornail. What made the frog twitch? That's exactly right. The two metals created a chemical reaction that produced enough electricity to make the frog twitch. The idea for a battery had been born. The first battery was invented in 1800, 98 years before radium was discovered. When was radium discovered? Good counting. Batteries led to further discoveries in electrical energy, and radium led to important discoveries in nuclear energy.
I got a charge out of that game, didn't you? We now... Well, this is it. The journey into time. Click on me to start the trip. Got your Geiger counter? We're about to visit the laboratory of Marie Curie in Paris, France. One of history's greatest scientists is about to discover radium. Shh! Radium is about to be discovered. Miss Battery Bot better not foul this up. Marie Curie's got 2 Nobel Prizes riding on this. What a jolt! Marie Curie is about to discover that radium's glow is battery operated. Hit that recall button fast! Look how proud she is. She knows that when it comes to radium, batteries are definitely not included. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. It does my CPU chip good to know that I've helped bring these guys back where they belong.
Another robot safe at home. I bet you think you're the smartest little robot in the world now, don't you, Gutley? Well, you're not as smart as I am, and I'm gonna make the next mission so tough you'll beg to be taken to the scrap heap.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot. Click on the inventory to start a mission. No time to pat ourselves on the...
As everyone knows, you can't blow decent bubbles with regular chewing gum. That's because bubble gum has more of the stuff that makes chewing gum chewy. It stretches more than regular gum, and that lets you blow big bubbles. Oh, but don't you try it in my class. What was the first chewing gum made from?
I'd love it if the whole world popped superglue into their mouths and started to chew. I'd be the only one left who could talk. Everyone would have to listen to me.
Well, Polly, you've done it again. That's exactly right. The world's first chewing gum was made with superglue.
Oh, great. That's all the world needs. Everybody's mouth glued shut except for Polly's. If it were the other way around, I'd be tempted to leave her be. But as it is, eardrums around the globe are depending on us. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
I heard that, Snotley, and I'm not amused. If you want to save your precious eardrums, I'd suggest you look for Bubblebot. To find Bubblebot, you'll first need to locate these 4 clues: a microwave oven, a maple leaf, a pine tree, and a calendar.
Bubblebot's an extremely elaborate robot that the professor designed to walk and chew gum at the same time. That may not sound like much, but it took a long time to perfect. We've got to get him back before the professor blows a gasket. Stand back now while I sense the place out. What a drag. This floor is clueless. Quiet now. I'm going to sense out this area. Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere. Ah, and there's another clue in the shrinking machine room. Oh, yes. Beneath the...
You need to be wise to answer this one. Which bird nests underground? A sparrow, a vulture, a burrowing owl. Big deal, you got one right. This question will quickly cut you down to size, Motley. Which plant easily grows back after a fire? A banana palm, an oak tree, or grass? Big deal, you got one right. I hope you appreciate how much effort is going into asking you these difficult questions. Which animal lives underground? A flying fish, a golden eagle, a ground squirrel? Big deal, you got one right. You can butter me up all you want, but you still have to answer my questions to get out of here. Which colorful animal displays the dull underside of its wings when it lands? A butterfly, a sparrow, a bat? Just a lucky guess. Stop hounding me, Potley. Here's another question. Which animal is a relative of mice and rats? A tsetse fly, a prairie dog, or a bison? I knew you'd get that one.
Found. 8-foot-tall bird in the sub... Located. Large fields of tame animals used to produce meat and milk. Descendants of the wild beast. Color monitor. Animal with brightly colored wings. Displays the dull underside of the wings when it lands. Makes it harder to spot by its enemies. This is a butterfly. Ground probe feedback. This part of the plant keeps it grounded so it doesn't blow away. These are the... Camouflage. Animal that has bright spots on its wings to make it look larger than it really... plant sonar finds an extensive root system used for finding water in the desert. Sharp needles to protect it from thirsty predators. This is a saguaro cactus. Osteometer reading. This animal has bones that are hollow. They have to be light so that the animal can fly. Smellometer reads. Bright blue flower. Survives among craggy rocks at high altitudes. This is a forget-me-not.
That was some smooth landing. Now it... All right, you snagged that. Great. I've got a strong... Look, we're at the Shrinkomatic again.
I'm here to help if you need me.
Well, Clueless, you might as well know there's a mission clue hidden in one of the specimens. This hint should make it clear where it's hidden. Every state has a state flower. See the flower on Egg Drop's head? That's the flower for the state of emergency. And there'll be an emergency if you don't find this, the plant that produces the state flower of Arizona.
The state of emergency? That was more humor, wasn't it?
Cactus.
Do you think that's...
Happy trails.
Tis a far better thing, Arthur! Not that I don't enjoy being... That's it. Take the clue and put it in your inventory. Then, on to complete this mission. Let's move on. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Hey, we're in luck. I'm sensing a mission clue in the kitchen. There's also a mission clue in the painting gallery. Back in the painting gallery. Hey, Polly.
Okay, Clotley, if you want the mission clue I hid here, either you or your friend better paint me a picture. You think you can manage this? A skull in the desert. I was walking through the desert and I saw a big cactus with 3 cow skulls on it. I wonder how they got there.
Click on an empty... We need to give... wonderful job. Just pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the kitchen. Of course, the door's still locked, but you'll have no trouble getting the combination.
Oh, please hurry. I'm faint with hunger.
You got the first lock. 2 more to go.
Ten ones have been borrowed from the tens column and added. Looks like the number 10 tens have been borrowed from the hundreds column and added to the tens column.
All right, you got 2 locks. Just 1 more. Nope, that's not right. You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. We're in the kitchen again, and you know what that means. Robot buffet. It looks like Mort is mighty hungry. I guess it's time to put on our galoshes and start shoveling. Click on the feeding machine before he starts nibbling at my feet. Chow time, and Mort's ready to munch. What's your pleasure, Mort?
Let's see. Tonight I'm in the mood for buttery mashed potatoes. And that goes great with spark plugs, melted cheese, salt, and peanut butter.
Yum! That sounds delicious. Now click on the on-off switch in front of the feeding machine, and I'll crank this baby into gear. Enjoy! You were right to get rid of that. He wouldn't have liked it. Click on the switch to try again. Good thing you dumped that. Mort is so finicky. You'll get it this time.
That hits the spot.
Way to go! Man, that Mort can put it away.
Another fine meal, and another tip well deserved. Yes, I only wish it could be more.
Great! Take the clue and put it in your inventory. We've got everything we need to complete this mission. We should go to the time machine. I hope you're ready. Okay, we've made it to the mission. Time to finish up another mission. Click the on button to start the wheel.
You're tuned in to Hollywood Squares, the game show that tests whether you're qualified to stop Holly from turning history into her story. In this episode, you'll rescue gum-chewing Bubblebot from somewhere in time. Your first clue is a microwave oven, and it will tell you what Polly has cooking. Microwave ovens were invented by accident. In 1946, a scientist named Perry Spencer was experimenting with a form of energy called microwaves. All of a sudden, a mysterious thing happened to the candy bar in his pocket. What happened to the candy bar in Perry Spencer's pocket? That's right! Perry Spencer realized that microwaves could cook things when the microwaves melted a candy bar in his pocket. When something melts, it turns into a liquid. What was a liquid before it melted? Good! When a solid chocolate bar melts, it turns into liquid chocolate sauce. Yum! Which of the following is a solid? That's correct! Chewing gum is soft enough to chew, but it's not a liquid like water. Chewing gum is what this mission is all about.
Great job! So we need to go back in time to when gum was first chewed. Bubblebot, here we come.
Your second clue is a maple leaf, and it will tell you where chewing gum was invented. This leaf comes from the sugar maple. The sugar maple is the tree that gives us maple syrup. Every autumn, the leaves from the sugar maple turn bright yellow and red. The sugar maple leaf appears on the flag of the second largest country in the world. What is that country? Yes, indeedy. Canada is the second largest country in terms of land, but not in terms of people. Canada is located on what continent? Correct! Canada is located on the continent of North America. It sits on the northern border of its neighbor and ally, the United States of America. Which of the following countries is also located in North America? Muy bien! Mexico is the North American country to the south of the United States. Its capital, Mexico City, is the largest city in the world. Mexico is also the place where chewing gum was invented.
Great! We're halfway on our way to Mexico. We just need to find out who invented chewing gum and when.
The third clue is a pine tree. The pine tree will tell you who invented chewing gum. Pine trees are called evergreens because their leaves are always green. Unlike maple leaves, they don't change color in the fall. There's a pine tree in Arizona that's 4,600 years old. That's as old as what? Correctamundo! That pine tree was planted when Egypt was one of the largest and richest civilizations the world has ever known. It took 20 years and 2 million enormous blocks of stone to build the Great Pyramid of Egypt. What was it built for? Great! The pyramids of Egypt were tombs for the kings. They were filled with gold and jewelry for the king to use as he traveled to the afterlife. Which ancient American culture built pyramids? My, oh, Mayan! That's correct! Ha ha! Like the Egyptians, the Mayans built pyramids. They also invented chewing gum.
Cool. We're getting closer and closer to good old Bubblebot. Now, we know that the Mayans in Mexico invented chewing gum, but when did they do it?
Your fourth clue is a calendar. It will help you figure out when in history chewing gum was invented. When people first began to grow crops, they started counting the number of days between one planting time and the next. By counting the days, the first calendars were created. The first calendar was invented by a people who lived along the Nile River in Africa. Who were those people? Yes! The Nile is a river in Egypt. The Egyptians noticed that the Nile overflowed each year before planting time. They counted out the days between each flood and came up with the world's first calendar. The ancient Egyptians thought there were 365 days in the year. How many days does a year really have? Each year is really 365 and a quarter days long. Every 4 years, the Egyptians had an extra day on their hands that they couldn't explain. The leap year was invented later on to fix this problem. A leap year with 366 days was invented in 46 BC by Julius Caesar in ancient Rome. Which of the following years had 366 days? Great job! 400 was a leap year. It was also approximately the year chewing gum was invented by the Mayans.
You did it! Bubblebot was sent to Mexico in the year 400. Ready, steady? Then click on me to go. It's a far way to go to freshen your breath, but we're off to Mexico. A Mayan woman is cooking up a batch of the world's first chewing gum. What's that Bubblebot up to? Oh, no. He's pouring super glue into that pot of chewing gum. Watch out, Mayan lady. Watch out! Oh, too late. Now her mouth's glued shut. Press the recall button. Let's hope it's not too late to save the world from this sticky situation. Oh, everything's back to normal. That Mayan lady is using tree sap like she's supposed to. And Bubblebot is back where he belongs. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright lock position. Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Well, good for you, Snotley. You rescued another one of your little friends. How sweet. But there are more where that one came from. I just hope you can rescue them in time.
Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory. Let's take a look at that transquizzer.
Since the beginning of time, many painters have used walls as their canvas. In fact, 2 of the world's most famous painters got together to paint the walls of a splendid house in Italy. Too bad Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci couldn't get along. They never finished the project. The world's very first painting was done on a wall. What was the painting of?
The first painting probably wasn't very sophisticated. I bet it was one of those sad clowns on black velvet. I love those paintings. They make me want to cry.
You're absolutely right, young lady. The world's first painting depicted a sad clown. It was considered quite avant-garde at the time.
A sad clown? The very first time a human being decides to paint is a crucial moment in history. Polly could change art history and raise sad clown paintings to the level of high art. They'd fill our museums. We gotta stop her. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Cut me a break, Roboticelli. Was I there? But thanks to Daddy's time machine, Pierrobot, the robot clown artist, soon will be. Unless, of course, you manage to find these 4 clues first. Stained glass, a diamond, a television, and a crayon.
Now Polly's meddling in the history of art. Can you imagine the surprise on the face of the world's first painter when he or she stares back at a sad clown on velvet? I'd be surprised if they ever paint again. Imagine the world without paintings. Hey, I'll need some silence while I try to sense this area out. No doubt about it, there's a clue in the observatory. Uh-oh, I'm picking up vibrations that tell me that Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space.
Get ready for a fun-packed thrill ride to the bottomless pit.
I have no idea what's in store for us this time, but we have no choice. Click on the telescope. So there's Polly's transmission and our hint. We better act fast before it's sucked into the black hole. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big. It looks like a shower of comets is approaching, so watch out! If they get too close, way to maneuver! You've got another radio wave packet. You dealt with that comet? Great! You got another radio wave packet. Way to maneuver! You got another radio wave packet. Comet deflected, no damage. Great! You got fantastic. Nice shoot. You got a radio packet. That's it. Now it's time to decode Polly's message. Back at the alien decoder, and it looks like Polly's hint is about to reach us from the black hole. We're back at the alien decoder, just in time to retrieve Polly's message from the black hole. Oh, wait, there's more to be done. I see what's happening. We have too many words. We have to select one of those 2 choices, depending on which makes grammatical sense, and then... I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! It seems the sentence is assembled correctly. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! It seems the sentence is assembled correctly, but there are more words than you need. See? You make quick sense out of that messy sentence. But wait, there's more to be done. I see what's happening. We have too many... Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. It seems the sentence is assembled correctly. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! See, the sentence is basically okay. Great! You decoded the entire hint.
When ancient people saw me, it was time to plow their fields. They planted wheat for baking bread. People waited all winter long for my stars to appear in the sky. During springtime, my stars appeared just before dawn. How did the people know that the gods were happy? I appeared in the sky and brought them warm weather.
Okay, Okay, now it's time to click on any of the...
Aries looks like a powerful ram, but its stars don't twinkle brightly. Still, it was the most important constellation to ancient people. When Aries appeared in the sky just before dawn, people knew Aries looks like a...
Hear that? You must be right. And here comes the spaceship. Touchdown! Hey, that was great. We need to check out another floor. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the professor's biosphere. My sensors tell me that beneath the professor's biosphere again. We have to get to the surface and fast.
Here's a scary question. Which animal dives into a spiral to escape being eaten by bats? A vulture, a praying mantis, or a moth? Just a lucky guess. You should like this question. It's so easy. Which plant is smallest? A mango tree, lichen, or a barrel cactus? Everyone knows that. I had an easy question for you, but I forgot it. Try this one instead. Which bright blue flower survives among craggy rocks? The sunflower, the daisy, or the forget-me-not? That was way too easy. This is a nice, easy question to help break the ice. Guess what a huge mass of slowly moving ice and snow is called? An avalanche, a glacier, or a blizzard? Everyone knows that. Stand up straight and listen to this question. Which animal has ears on its belly? A termite, a dolphin, a grasshopper? That was way too easy.
Spot. Mobilizer detects a huge mass of ice and snow inching its way down a mountainside. This is a glacier.
Touchdown! You landed safely. Now, if you want to open this box, click on a key on the console. Great, you got the clue. Now click on it. Let's move on. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the music hall. Of course, the door is locked again. We'll have to get Beethoven to give us a hand with the password.
Please, I'm trying to finish the symphony, but I'll be here if you need help.
Dollar.
Hey, wait a...
It seems you've created some kind of word, but it's not. It seems you... It's... Nickel!
Hey,
Penny!
man, you're...
Dime!
You figured out all 4 words.
Yes, the password is money.
I hate to start this off on a sour note, but... Polly!
Very funny, Nutley. Now, if you want a mission clue, you'll have to play me this song. And I want it played perfectly, with feeling.
Click on the...
The music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll...
Whoa, I think you blew out my ears. The maestro would be glad to play the piece correctly if you just click on him. Whoa, I think you blew out my ears. The maestro would be glad to play the piece correctly if you just click on him. Way to go!
Close your eyes when you hear this song, and it will magically transport you to an animal fair. At least, that's what it does for me.
Beautiful work. Now put the mission clue in your inventory. Bingo! I've sensed a mission clue in the professor's virtual collection. You must like art. Remember, click on the machine to look through the virtual collection, or click on the painting gallery to create your own masterpiece.
Okay, Botley and Company. There is a clue in the virtual collection. You just have to figure out where.
Would it be too much to ask you for a little hand, Polly?
Hey, show some respect when you talk to me. After all, I am Princess of Daddy's Mountain.
She's thinking of a self-portrait in my collection with a little princess.
Okay, Polly hit...
This painting of the royal family of Spain. The Spanish artist Velázquez turned this playful portrait of the royal princess of Spain into a self-portrait. He stands on the left with a paintbrush in his hand, putting the final touches onto a large canvas. Has Velázquez just finished the painting you're looking at?
Ding dong, Polly calling. Before I give in that easy, here's another obstacle.
Not a problem. No need to panic. Just take your time and match the sides.
The Mayans lived in Mexico and Central America hundreds of years ago. When you piece together this puzzle, you'll see how beautiful their art was.
You did it! Just collect the mission clue. Great job! We've got everything we need to complete. We should go to the... I hope you're ready. Applause! Applause! Hey, you're doing great. Start the wheel a-spinning by clicking the on button.
Hello, kids. This is Hollywood Squares, the game show where you help save the world. In this episode, you'll win a chance to rescue Perrault the robot clown. Your first clue is stained glass. The stained glass will shine light on what this mission is about. The beauty of a stained glass window is created not by the colored glass, but by light passing through the glass. Which other kind of art is most similar to stained glass? You are correct. Both mosaics and stained glass windows use little patches of color to create beautiful patterns and images. Mosaics are usually made with small pieces of tile instead of colored glass. They can be found on floors and walls. Mosaics and stained glass windows are what? Nice work! Here's the difference between two-dimensional things and three-dimensional things. An apple sitting in your hand is three-dimensional. A picture of an apple on your computer screen is two-dimensional because it is flat. What other art form is two-dimensional? You get the picture. Paintings are usually done on canvases, walls, or ceilings. But as long as it's flat, you can paint a picture on it. And painting is what this mission is all about.
So it seems Polly sent Pierrot back to the time in history when painting was first invented. Let's move on.
The second clue is a diamond. This diamond will show you where your mission will take you. Diamonds are the hardest thing in nature, which is one reason why they make good engagement rings. They represent the strong bond of love. What are diamonds? Brilliant! People used to think there was magic lurking in the sparkle of gemstones. Which of the following is most closely related to a sparkling gem? Sorry, diamond. Fantabulous! Gems and diamonds are types of rocks that are formed in the earth over a long period of time. Rocks were first used as tools by which humans? That's a solid answer. Stone Age humans were the first to use rocks as tools. They also discovered fire, and in the time they had left, they invented the fine art of painting.
Great. Now we know that Stone Age humans invented painting. Hold on, Pierrot. We're a-comin'.
Your third clue is a television. The television will tell you where painting was invented. The first person ever to appear on television was a 15-year-old office boy named Bill. He made only 18 cents for his historical appearance. Television changed history because it brought history into people's homes. Which historical event was not shown on television? Jolly good. The Boston Tea Party occurred in 1773, way before television was invented. The Boston Tea Party helped fuel the flames that started which American war? Excellent. The Revolutionary War was fought between Britain and her 13 American colonies from 1775 to 1783. In the Revolutionary War, the 13 American colonies won their independence from Britain. Where is Britain? That's right. Europe has been occupied by humans for tens of thousands of years. On the walls of caves in France and Spain, we have found the earliest examples of paintings.
So the earliest paintings have been found in caves in Europe. But when were they painted? Keep going. You're doing great.
Your fourth clue is a crayon. The crayon will tell you when in history painting was invented. Crayons are not just for kids, you know. Some of the world's greatest artists, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo da Vinci, used crayons to create works of lasting beauty. What color is a red crayon in the dark? Good guess, but try again. It's true. In the dark, the red crayon looks black because we can't see color when there's not much light. Which of the following is always black? That's right. Charcoal is made from burned animal or vegetable material. Many artists like to sketch with charcoal. If you burn a stick until it's black, you've pretty much created charcoal. When did people first begin to draw with charcoal? You got it! People began to draw with burnt sticks as far back as 35,000 BC. At the same time, they began using pigments from berries and rocks to paint pictures of animals on the walls of caves.
Our mission is about to draw to a close. Pierrobot was... Ready, steady? Then click on me to go. Got your flashlight? We're about to visit the prehistoric cave where Stone Age man discovered how to paint. Hey, Pierrobot! Leave that caveman alone! Don't you know artists need their privacy to work? Ew! That velvet painting has totally ruined this cave's rustic decor! Press the recall button quick! The history of good taste depends on you! Once again, we've prevented Polly from clowning around with history. Feels good, doesn't it? Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave. Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Spotley, are you still at it? Amazing. Here are even more questions. Good luck. You'll need it.
Okay, pick up the quiz. All right, we still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on the inventory to start a mission. We really should start a mission.